1, 2, get down! Paid the cost to be the boss.
Welcome to Boss Bikes from London's urban jungle today, where we explore six appeal.
Today we're predicting the future.
When BMW launched the K1600 six-cylinder Uber Tourer in 2011, it was clear they intended it to be their technological showpiece, and it's been around largely unchanged for 5 years. It's massive but nimble, heavy but swift, comfortable but elegant, and it's served up millions of brilliant miles for those who want virtual sports bike handling on an intercontinental sofa. It's expensive, but it delivers. The weirdest thing about this massive bike is that it seems able to operate daily as a commuter in traffic without intimidating or exhausting its rider, whilst being the go-to bike for doing 600 miles on a motorway. It's simply hard to fault.
Countless reviews have said the same thing about this bike. The question is, after 5 years of production, what can be done to improve this Uber Tourer?
Technically, it's got most things you can think of a leading-edge bike having. A rolling eye that lights up the road ahead by leaning with the bike. Leaning ABS. Dynamic braking. 2 windscreens that are electrically operated. Engine mapping to rain, road and dynamic. Electronically controlled suspension with soft, medium and hard settings. An intelligent dashboard that allows thumb control of an endless array of features. Plus, all the usual things you'd expect, such as heated grips and seats, shaft drive, duo and paralever suspension, and even central locking. It's all packaged in a 340 kilogram bike that's lithe and good looking, sporting a full luggage kit and superbly comfortable seating. Whether you're a banker whistling your way into work, an adventurer shrinking motorways to little ribbons, or even Marquez and Rossi having a Sunday duel, this bike does what you need and thrills you at the same time. There are a few things we expect, and one of them is to do with the engine. We have no doubt that this 6-cylinder 1600cc plant is going to end up in a sports and naked bike from BMW sometime. But what about its core use in a tourer? It's hard to imagine it won't now get 170 or maybe 180 brake horsepower, a nudge up from its current 160. It's probably not needed, and it shouldn't be at the expense of its current immense tractability. The current version will pull seamlessly from 1000 RPM in 6th, making it virtually an automatic bike if that's what you want. So, more power, even more torque, and all the same flexibility. Perhaps the only place this bike is feeling its age is in not having dynamic suspension. With so many other bikes carrying this advance, it'll surely come to this showpiece bike too, making it even more nimble and responsive. On the transmission front, with such a big torque delivery, gears are a challenge to engineer on this bike. But we can't see the next iteration of BMW's top bike not sporting their quick shift technology. It'll make it an even more easily managed mega machine. Rider aids are something that BMW embraces strongly. Every BMW car you see nowadays has those glowing triangles on its wing mirrors, indicating the presence of other vehicles. The K1600 has a wingspan of 1 meter. It's super wide. It's crying out for those little glows to act as a lifesaver into the black spot. We also expect integration with BMW heads-up display helmets that control everything, including rear-view cameras. Where do you draw the line on luxury? Bikes used to be stripped-down experiences where thrust and lean were the only forces that you contended with. But we've become used to every comfort of a car, and increasingly of the home, coming into the biking world. So, ridiculous as it may sound, we predict things like heated adjustable pegs, heated passenger handles, heated luggage to keep your gossamer undies spiffingly fresh. There are things to sort out. The one strangely disconcerting fault with this bike is back pressure. You'd have thought that BMW wind tunnels everything. They can't have with this one. At anything above 60 mph, whatever height you are and whichever helmet you're wearing, the back pressure off that big screen crushes you forward with irresistible force. It's as if you've got your pillions sitting on your shoulders. It's dreadful. It's deeply undermining of the brand's assertion of brilliant engineering, and we hope it's well gone next time round. Then there's that odd weld on its flanks. We've wondered whether it's a deliberate showing of a hem. In truth, it just looks like an ugly bit of industrial engineering that won't survive into the next model. So, to summarise, we predict that the next K1600 will have a more powerful engine and perhaps even a bigger one, improve its dynamic handling by having adaptive suspension, set a new standard in safety features integrating automotive details and working with a heads-up display unit and camera, feature more ways for an individual to get comfortable, electrically adjusting foot pegs being an example, and taking luxury to a new level, particularly with heating and maybe even air conditioning. If today's K1600 GTLE is a lion, the next one will surely be the undisputed leader of the Pride.
Ich rolle nicht, und wenn das Herz